Welcome to my workbench, and the reason you're here today is tire chains for RC cars. These are RC snow chains for the tires, and they are from Amazon. You get a set, so you get two for $10, and they come with everything. These little lobster claw clasps. I just found out that's what those are called today, and that's how they're held on. Like, this is what it looks like, laid out flat. And you gotta put them together. There's no instructions, but looking at the pictures on Amazon, you'll be able to figure it out. And you put the clasps on each end, and then you'll wrap it around the tire. You can either roll it or set the tire down and just fold it over. And then they will clasp onto there. And then you will have to put the clasps on the inside and then use this little rubber ring. It's not a rubber band, but it's like an O-ring, and it'll keep it tight. But these are pretty large tires, and so if you're using something smaller, like this is a smaller diameter tire, the chains will be very loosey-goosey. It will not get tight even with the little O-ring. So I decided to make my own, and this video will show you how to do it. I used this here necklace chain or jewelry chain from Hobby Lobby. This spool was $15. Pretty decent price if you ask me. And then also on top of that, I used, which I also found out the name of these. They just look like little chain links, but they are called oval jump rings for creating jewelry. And those will be used, I'll get to that part. But say you got a smaller tire. I'm going to be using these tires for my 3D printed Suburban. You can watch those videos if you want. But it's got a snowblower on the front. Also 3D printed that. You can watch them videos if you want. But I can't use the snowblower if I can't move the truck because of ice and snow. So I need either tire chains or treads or like something. There's probably some tank treads I could print out, maybe. I don't think I'm going to stoop that low though. But got these tires. I like them. They're scale. They're small. They fit on the Suburban and they don't rub on the wheel wells when I turn or when it flexes. And plus the tread is just cool. They're cool looking tires, but they're tiny. So I had to create my own tire chain set. And I got the design idea from playing SnowRunner. I don't know how to properly do a game capture and grab a picture or just a clip or whatever, but this is where I got the inspiration for the tire design. These are obviously done way nicer. But I think I did a good job at good representation. I saw the tire chains on there, I'm like, that's actually a cool design. Because if you look at this, sure, it'll get traction, and then it'll slip, and traction, and slip. But with this design, I also have like open spots, but this chain in the middle. So once again, it'll get traction, slip, traction, slip. So I'm going to do this design also here. But I put a clasp on, just like these, so I can take them off, but taking them off and putting them on, big chore, annoying, so I'm going to just make the rest of them where I can't take them off. These will just be my snow chain tires. So what I did was I took my chain and just laid it around the tire. If you look, the lugs on the sidewall, they stop halfway in. So I just laid the chain right at the base of these all the way around. And I did that twice, so I made two of these, same length. And I actually counted them out, and that's exactly 80 links. I did a lot of counting of links, and it is mind-numbing. So My suggestion is either listen to music or a podcast while doing it, so you don't lose your shit. But, so I have 8 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And those go across. These chains have 15 links. And I want to put 2 chains, kind of like the rapper. 2 chains! That was a low blow, but I felt I had to do it because I'm going to say 2 chains a lot. So instead of doing 1 chain, I'm going to do 2 chains. So these each have 15 links in them. And what I do is I take 2 chains and then I put them together with a oval jump ring. And for some odd reason, they are magnetic. I don't know why. I connect them on one side, and then I connect them over on this side. So let me zoom in so you can see. I connect them up top and bottom. And then, let's move down to the working part. So I take the length, and I just put one of the clasps on there so I could connect it to this little thingamajig I made. And if you don't care about your workbench or whatever, you can just take a stapler or staple gun and just pop 2 staples in and clasp it to that. So what I did here is, I'm gonna zoom in. I counted down 5 links, and on the 6th link, I connected one of the 2 chains, and then every 10 links, I connected 2 chains. 2 chains! So yeah, I did 5, and on the 6th, and then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, connected 2 chains, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 chains, and I'm going to do that the whole length of the chain until I run out of 2 chains. The tools I am using for making these tire chains are just jewelry pliers. These ones are just needle nose with shockingly no clipper on them. That's the first that I've ever seen. And then these are just, like, I think they're for wire bending or forming wire. Just 2 cones. I should have just bought another super tiny needle nose because I'll always use those. But I think altogether these just under $10 for both of those. But onto the video. I have all the 2 chains connected to one side of the tire chains. Now I have to connect them to the corresponding chain, counting out each link. And I tell you, counting out each link is enough to make you contemplate all the pros and cons of a soup spoon lobotomy. Like, I counted the links so many times that I found out that this wasn't 80 links, that it was 79 links, so I had to add one. But by golly, on to the next step. So I'm gonna count. See, I counted 5, and then I put it on 6. So now I have to count down 5 links and connect this chain, which I don't know why these are magnetic, but put it over to 6, the 6th link, and then I'll be able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then move this one, connect it to the 10th one, and then so on and so forth. If that was in frame, I hope so. I now have all of the chain links connected. Now it's time to put it onto the tire. So I got the chain on. Now I just have to figure out how many links I need to see and pull these together and then put links in the middle of that and then do that for every other spot. And just like that, it is done. I put 3 links in between every other chain, and I think it looks pretty decent. Some of them are a little wonky, I just gotta fiddle around with it. But I'll do the exact math and tell you how many links are in there. By gosh, putting the last middle piece on there, nightmare. It was just so tight, so I could probably get away with putting 4 links in each, and it'd just be a little loose, but these things are tight. Everything's no slack, no nothing. Now if I put all these on all the tires, and I put it on the RC car, and I put it on my sister's hardwood floors, and just gun it, I probably can do some damage. I better not, though, because that would be a dick move. And that's how I make tire chains. But that was probably confusing in some spots. I'm sorry, that's the best way I could describe it. I'm not really a teacher. I'm better at just coming up with shit in my head and doing it. So, I mean, you can buy these pre-made. All I'm saying is they fit on the big tires, which you probably have, because I'm probably the only guy that's like, small tires are good too. But, yeah, if you want to get creative, make something truly custom, something that nobody else has. Make yourself some tire chains, dog. Go rip up the snow. Stay on some ice. Get you some.